don't I'm overwhelmed. Thought you're pacing. They go round and round and round. It's so draining. Let's move on to something else. Fine. Running again with it.
Another race is complete. And this time I didn't fail. That's a surprise, right? Like, who would have thought that Brendon Camm wouldn't fail a triathlon? That's a new one. But I do have a funny story for you. So, I thought the race was pushed half an hour. So during the race briefing, everyone was told that the race is going to be pushed a half an hour from 10 to 10:30 because things just were a little rough starting out, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what went on, but it doesn't matter. So I thought the race was starting at 10:30. I went out to my car to get a couple drinks of water, then was going to the washroom to relieve myself before the long event. So I come out of the washroom and I hear the horn go off. And I see a bunch of people rush into the water, and in my head I'm thinking that can't be us. It's only 10:25. We were told it's starting at 10:30. There's other events going on today, so it's very likely that it's one of those events. So no big deal. Wait for my girlfriend to get out of the washroom, and then we mosey on down there. Little did we know that was my race that started. I went up to the race director. I asked her, "Hey, is that the Olympic race going on right now?" She responded, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm supposed to be in that race right now." And she's like, "Well, you should have been down here for the warm-up." And I explained to her what I just said, that the race was pushed half an hour. It's not a big deal. I'll just start right now if that's okay. "No problem," she said. "That's okay." And then someone spoke up behind her and said, "Yeah, we did actually say that. Our bad. Sorry, sir. I'm sorry." Apologies accepted, because I'm a good guy. If I wasn't a good guy, I could have caused a scene. There was people around, there was children. It could have been bad, but I didn't. I kept my cool, and I had a sip of tea. So this is where the race starts. They started a timer on their iPhone for when I was starting, apparently, and they say they adjusted the time, but who really knows? It doesn't matter. So I enter into the water, and at that point, I'm just freaking out. As soon as the water hits my face, I have flashbacks of Lausanne, where I swallowed a bunch of water and was freaking out and held up my hand to come and save me. All these thoughts were coming back into my mind, and I just really was having a tough time. I swam probably about 200 meters and then did a little backstroke and just relaxed, and then the lifeguard came up to me and asked if I was fine. I explained to her what happened a couple weeks ago, so I'm just going to try to take my time. She so kindly, she was so kind. She could tell that I was a little nervous still, so she rode her paddleboard along with me, made sure that I knew she was there to help me. It was absolutely fantastic. I don't know if I would have been able to mentally get through the swim without this lady. Thank you so much if you're watching. I really, really appreciate that. So anyway, I continued on. The first lap was the worst for sure. That was the one where I was stopping a lot, going on my back, and just another thing about this lifeguard. She calmed me down so much. I can't thank her enough. So I went on my back. She was explaining to me how to float properly in a wetsuit, just doing breathing techniques with me, really just calming me down. Seriously, who does that? She was fantastic. Anyway, so that was the first lap. I was just really taking my time and relaxing. The second lap, I was feeling a bit more confident, because once you do something, you know you can do it again. I wasn't feeling tired. I was just feeling mentally drained. It sucked. So anyway, I got out of the water. You're never gonna believe my swim time. I'm actually kind of embarrassed to tell you. It was a 44-minute, 1,500 meter swim. Okay, not exactly 1,500 meters. I actually did like nearing 1,700, because I swam out to one of the little boys off to the side that I thought was marking the course, but it wasn't. Whatever, it's not a big deal. So I did an extra 200 meters just because I didn't feel that 1,500 was long enough. It's just not hard enough for me. So they should really reconsider how long the Olympic swim is, because it's too easy. So anyway, after that, got on my bike, was feeling kind of defeated because I knew I probably wasn't gonna place. So yeah, I moseyed on through, powering through the bike, giving it as much as I could without straining myself, because like I said, I didn't think that I could place, so I was just kind of pushing comfortably hard. If I was contending or trying to compete really hard, I would have been pushing myself extremely hard. I would want to suffer. I would make myself know what pain felt like so I could hit that podium. So I continued on just moderately hard, just enjoying the time, cheering people on, saying thank you to the volunteers, just enjoying the bike ride, just putting some power in the pedals when I felt like it, but going easy when I felt like it, just having a good time. So I come off the bike, there's nothing really exciting that happened there, not like last year where I fell on my bike during this course. There's just always something in a race that doesn't go my way. So in Mont Tremblant, I fell the night before and I had a huge bandage. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, this scar right here is from when I fell in Mont Tremblant. I was going down one of the hills. I stayed up in if you know the Mont Tremblant area, I stayed up in one of the houses on the hill there, and the expo and the race starts at the village. So I was riding my bike down to the village, and they were doing construction on one of these roundabouts, or a cul-de-sac of some sort. So I was going down there, and I didn't see that there was a bunch of dust on the pavement. Stupid of me. Obviously, there's going to be a little dust on the pavement if you're doing construction. Brendon, you got to get it through your head, buddy. You got to start thinking a bit more clear. So I was going down there, just having a time, making sure my bike was all put together. It was my first time traveling with the Cervelo, so I was a little nervous that I didn't put it back together properly because I could visibly see that there's some loose cabling, so I wasn't sure if that was affecting the brakes or anything. But anyway, that was all working awesome. So I was riding back up to the Airbnb we're staying in, and whoa! My tire comes out from under me on that dust. I come on down, and that's the result. It was pretty freaking nasty. I'd put up a picture, but I'm not sure of the rules for that stuff on YouTube. So if you're interested, shoot me a message and I'll be sure to send it to you. But be warned, it's freaking gross. So anyway, that was the bike. I came off in an hour 17, so an average pace of 31k an hour or something like that. So not bad. Not bad at all. So I continued on to the transition. The transition from the bike to run took me a minute, which is pretty good. That's not bad for me. I'm usually in the 2 to 3 minute mark for that. So I was very content with that. Come off the bike, transition to run, feeling fine. Feeling nice, feeling handsome, feeling great. But I still knew that I wasn't really going to contend or compete. I probably wasn't going to podium. I probably wasn't going to qualify again. You know what, just go out there and have a good time, I told myself. Complete the race, don't quit. So many times I wanted to quit because I just didn't see the point, because in my mind I was there to qualify, nothing else. But I had to realize that triathlon is something I really, really enjoy, and I'm not just doing it for placing or anything like that. So I continued on and just enjoyed the run, again cheering people on, saying thank you to the volunteers, which you should always do. Never forget that without volunteers, these types of events are impossible, so make sure you show their appreciation to them. Don't yell at them if they make a mistake. They don't work that job full time. They're not sitting on the corner each day 9 to 5 telling people when and where to turn. That is only their weekend time that they're giving up for you to have a good time, so make sure you show your appreciation to them. Rant over. I continued down the run trail, which is absolutely beautiful. It's a nice crusher dust trail in a beautiful historic national park of Keji Multisport. Absolutely fantastic. So beautiful. They had a couple water spots set up for us, so each time I just took my time going through, walking through, saying again hi to the volunteers, cheering on people that I saw that were struggling, just making sure that they had someone out there that noticed and recognized that they're doing something, that they're pushing their limits. If you do that, people will definitely appreciate it. Even if they don't acknowledge it in the moment because they're so tired, each time I say, good job, keep up the pace, they're like, thanks, man. But they're struggling. You can't expect them to be all hyper energy. Okay. So we have our thanking volunteers, we have our encouraging all our other competitors, and we're enjoying the run. And that's pretty much how I did the rest of the race. I just enjoyed the run. I picked up the pace every now and then, but honestly I walked a little bit, just took my time because I didn't want to hurt myself. I didn't see the point. So anyway, I did the first 8K probably at an average pace of 5 minutes a K, something like that. And then for the last 2Ks, I picked it up to 4:30, which is my initial predicted race pace. And I obviously held that pretty comfortably because I knew I could do that. It's coming to the finish line, greeted by my girlfriend, which is awesome. Greeted by all the volunteers. No medals, so that's okay. And yeah, that was the end of the Keji Multisport Olympic Triathlon. But because of the swim, I didn't do PR. I didn't PR it even close. I was 15 minutes off of my time from last year, and that is all thanks to the swim. No joke. If you look at my swim from last year to this year, I'm like 20 minutes slower. Unreal. So I gotta work on that. Clearly I have to work on swimming because I cannot deal with the open water. That's something that I know I struggle with, and jeez Louise, sorry. I actively avoid it, and I can't actively avoid it anymore. If I want to be serious about this sport and be competitive, your boy has to get in open water. And I'm sorry I just said your boy, I'll slap myself for that. But anyway, there's the results of the Keji Multisport Triathlon. I still don't know if I qualified though. I haven't gotten the email. So funny story. I ended up winning my age group. But there's two people in the 20 to 24 age group that beat me. And if they're 24, they'll qualify for the 25 to 29 age group, which would mean that they technically won my age group. So I'm waiting for the clarification on that. They didn't do age-adjusted results on the CCN Bikes website. So I'll have to wait a couple days, but I'll make sure to update you guys with all that stuff. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, just a straight shoot video. This is how the Keji Multisport Triathlon went for me. Pretty awesome, not bad. Could have been better because of the swim, but the bike and run, I just didn't really push myself, and I still ended up winning my age group. So that just goes to show, never give up because you don't know what's going to happen. Just keep on pushing. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more little old me, leave that subscribe. I'm going to be sharing with you guys lots of tips on weight loss, triathlon, endurance sports. I'm going to be talking about the sports technology, all that good stuff. And you know what? I may even get a little deeper into the sports technology. If you don't know, I actually work as a software engineer. That is what they call me. And I can actually go through this code and see what these sports techs are doing. That's what I plan on doing, just to share with you guys what in the world is actually going on with this stuff, because who knows? They could be tracking our data and selling it like Facebook does. You don't know. Garmin. Do we know what they do with our data? Absolutely not. Strava? We don't know. We're gonna find out though. I'm just joking. That was a little side rant brought to you by Brendon Camm Productions. We're a new studio coming straight out of Fall River, Nova Scotia, born and raised. Don't you worry about us, we're gonna be just fine.